What's up, card family? Hope everybody's doing great on this Saturday. Today I'm coming at you with a video response for Swing Away Sports Cards. He's doing a giveaway, and want you to check him out. If you're not familiar with the channel, we'll leave a link down below in the description. What he wants you to do is give your fantasy baseball lineup, so your current fantasy baseball lineup. Who would you pick if you could pick any player at every position? And another thing he would like you to do is to shout out some channels that are under 200 subscribers. So we'll start out with the shout outs. First off, I got SciGuy29. Kevin, he's a great guy. He is a fellow Twins fan like me. He's got a lot of cool series that he does. Mauer Mondays, Soto Saturdays, Cards and Crafts, where he drinks a craft beer and shows off some cards. Great guy, great channel. Go check out SciGuy29. Up next, I've shouted out this guy before recently, but going to give another shout out to Rad Retro Collector. He has been doing some mail days recently, showing off some cool stuff that he's been picking up. He also does box breaks of Star Trek and Marvel and Star Wars and stuff like that. He's also doing sports cards too, so check him out, Rad Retro Collector. Next, we have BST Sports Cards. He does a lot of rips on his channel. He does some live streams. He has a website where you can go on and buy and sell cards. So definitely check out BST Sports Cards. He's a good guy. And then lastly, this is not a card channel, and this is kind of a shameless plug here. My other YouTube channel, which I started a while ago, but it's been resurrected recently. If you're a big music fan, especially if you're a hard rock and heavy metal fan, check out my other channel, Heavy Metal 101 Reviews. It's myself and Chris from Modern Vintage Collector. Was his old card channel. We listen to a heavy metal song, and then we let you know our thoughts on it. So we're gonna try to do some other odds and ends besides just reviewing songs, but definitely go and check us out. All right, so now on to the lineup. First off, at catcher, it's kind of a homer pick. Could have, or should have went with Salvi Perez, but we're gonna go with Mitch Garver. Back in 2019, he was the Silver Slugger winner. He's had some injury problems since then. He had a bad year in 2020, the COVID-shortened year. Last year, he dealt with a lot of injuries, but towards the end of the year, he started to come on and really play well. So, and the Twins have a capable backup in Ryan Jeffers, so he'll also play some first base and some DH probably if the season ever starts. So Mitch Garver is my catcher. At first base, could have went with a lot of different guys here. We got Vlad Jr. and Freddie Freeman, but I decided to go with, and mainly this was because I had a card of him sitting here, go with Matt Olson. Great player, a lot of home run power. So Matt Olson is my first baseman. Second baseman, I think this guy's one of the most underrated, probably the most underrated player in all of baseball. It's Trey Turner. It says shortstop here, but when he went over to LA, he played mainly second base, I believe. So we're going to put Trey Turner at second base. And got to love these guys that have the home run power and the speed. So we want a good mix of homers and stolen bases, just like this guy will do. This is my shortstop, Bo Bichette. And the next guy also does this. This is probably one of the better third basemen. Probably the best third baseman in the league, and that's Jose Ramirez. So another great ball player there. All right, in my outfield, keeping with that theme of speedy guys that can also hit with pop, and this is a home team pick, but I think I would pick this guy even if he didn't play for the Twins, and that's Byron Buxton. So Byron, if he can ever put it together and stay healthy and play a full 150 game season, he's going to compete for the MVP award. I'm pretty sure of that. I believe that. I believe in him, and I think he's a very, very good player. If he can just stay on the field. That's been his problem. He hasn't been able to stay on the field. So Byron Buxton. Up next, this guy couldn't stay on the field last year either, but I expect good things for this kid in the future. And he was at one point a very hot player in the hobby. Not so much anymore, but Luis Robert. So Lou Bob, he's going to also be in my outfield. And then last but definitely not least in the outfield, this guy's probably the best player in all of baseball. Still very, very young. And I just showed this card in my last video, but I'd love to show it again. Mr. Juan Soto, the mighty Soto. So that's my outfield. Buxton, Robert, and Soto. That'd be a hell of an outfield. So the last two guys I don't have a card of. First, at least I know I have a card of this guy somewhere, but I didn't want to dig it out. So at DH, we got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's going to be my DH. My starting pitcher is going to be Robbie Ray. Now, what's interesting about Robbie Ray is he's a Cy Young winner. If you look at fantasy rankings, he's down pretty low. I've seen guys have him as low as like 12th best starting pitcher, which kind of shocks me because last year he led the league in ERA and strikeouts, and he did that in a pretty hitter-friendly environment up in Toronto. And now he's going to go and play in one of the least hitter-friendly ballparks in all of baseball in Seattle. So I think Robbie Ray is going to have another good year. I don't think it was just a one-year fluke. But anyways, that's my team. Mitch Garver, Matt Olson, Trey Turner, Bo Bichette, Jose Ramirez, Byron Buxton, Luis Robert, Juan Soto, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Robbie Ray. And I'll leave links down to all these guys, these awesome channels that I shouted out. Go check them out. Go check out Swing Away Sports Cards. Great dude. And thanks for watching.